And welcome to Mia Cucina. Let me check this out. Hello, are we there? We're having some technical difficulties. Let me repeat it again. My name is Elena Jones and welcome to Mia Cucina. Today I have an amazing delicious to share with you. It's a Mediterranean farfalle and it's delicious. Pero la prima cosa che dobbiamo fare è prendere il faddale. What did I say in Italian? The first thing that we need to do is to prendere il faddale, meaning to put on the apron. This, I absolutely love this dish. When I went to Italy, there were all kinds of different pasta dishes, and I came home with this deliciousness of a pasta dish. And farfalle are these beautiful little pastas that they look like, can you see that? They look like little butterflies. That's what they are. And what I have done is I pre-cooked 12 ounces of the farfalle pasta that I have right here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn my about 460 degrees, about a medium high on a cast iron skillet or a pan. And I'm just going to have right here is I have 1 pound of chorizo. You know, chorizo could be from South America, it could be from many different parts of the world, different countries. They all have a different kind of sausage. And this is a chorizo that I got at a local meat market. And that's what I have here. And this what I want to do is I want to add the whole entire pound of chorizo right now. And then I'm just going to start breaking it. And while that is doing that, and like I have it on high right now, is you can find all of the ingredients and how much of the ingredients you need for this particular dish by scrolling down to the recipe. What I have here is I have snow peas, and let me show you how I do my snow peas. Let me move things out of the way because we have quite a few wonderful deliciousness that's going to go to this delicious Mediterranean farfalle. When you get your snow peas, what I like to do is I like to slice them. You don't have to slice them thin. You can cut them, you know. My mom, she would just, sometimes she would chop them, sometimes she would slice them. So I have a mixture of a slice and also cut in half the snow peas. Now, like I said, what I have here is I have 1 pound of the chorizo that I want to break up like so. And you know, chorizo, a lot of people, you know, they may or may not know how to use it. And I grew up eating chorizo. And this chorizo is not from a casing. This chorizo, it's, you know, before it went into the casing, they do sell, you know, loose chorizo. You can check with your supermarket. And as you can see, when it's nice and lean, it doesn't have a lot of fat. You know, people think that it has a lot of fat. I'm going to turn this down some here. It's about medium. So I went from medium high to medium. And then what I'm going to do with this is I just want to add a little bit of olive oil. I probably may end up using an entire quarter cup, but I'm not quite certain because you never know how it goes. You know, it's easier for you to put less than to add more. Now to this, I have my peppers that are going to go right in here. Again, you will find all of my ingredients and the measurements of my ingredients by scrolling down on the recipe. So I have a beautiful tray because, you know, we want this to be nice and colorful. You know, the Mediterranean diet, it's all about color. And it's all about vegetables. So there's quite a few vegetables here. Now to this, I also have my onion. I'm just using a white onion that I'm also going to be sauteing. Because what we are doing, we're making the sauce. And then we're going to mix everything together. So I'm done with that. Now to this, I just want to mix this together again. And it's not, you know, if I were to look over here, you know, when you have a good chorizo, it doesn't have a lot of oil. You know, it doesn't have a lot of fat. So So I like my chorizo to be on the thinner side. Now what I have here is I have my vinegar with my vinegars, both of my vinegars with a little pinch of about a teaspoon if that's what you like. You can make it more spicier if you like. And this is I call them spadzies, red pepper flakes. So that's going to be in there like so, cooking. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my snow peas, all in this big pan like so. I also have my asparagus that are going to go over here. And this dish is really full of antioxidants. Read about the vegetables and also, you know, read about what you can do for your body. Everything I'm utilizing is certified organic. So now I want to go ahead and bring this up to a higher, oh, it just went into the garlic, which actually that's going to be next, the garlic. I want to make sure that I get all of my garlic. I like a lot of garlic, so in my case, I'm using about 4 or 5 cloves of garlic. You can use less if you don't like it so garlicky, but I love it. So now I'm going to add my shiitake mushrooms, and that's from my friend that has our sponsor, that sponsors Elena's Cucina, Foxhole Farms. And these are grown here in the state of Florida where I'm at. And I slice these guys, and these guys are all going to be in here like so. Okay, now I'm really going to knock this guy up. I can't even talk today. You have one of those days that you're trying to get it out and it's just not working that way? I'm telling you, I have those days, and today is one of those days. Alright, as you can see, this is getting nice and full. Now I want to do is I'm going to come back and I'm going to get my Kalamata Olives. That's going to give that umami. You know, it's really big now in this year. Everybody talks about umami. You know, get something to, you know, so you can clean your hands. Get organized. You know, to be organized is a wonderful thing because when you are organized, it makes your cooking a lot easier. So I'm just going to keep going, keep mushing these guys down. And now to this that I have here is I also have my tomatoes. Then I'm going to add tomatoes. That's going to give the nice acid that is needed in this recipe. And we're just going to let these guys cook. Bring it all together. You know, the vinegars gives it the saltiness that this dish needs. But we're going to taste it just in case it may need a little bit more. And as you can see, it all fits in one nice big pot. And I'm going to be right back to go get a lid for this. Aspetta un minuto. In Italian means to wait a minute. Aspetta un minuto. Did you miss me? Okay, now this guy's going to be covered. While this guy is covered, I still have some of my olive oil. And this, you know, sometimes I will put down that I need a 1/4 cup of olive oil. Because sometimes, you know, depending on the type of the meats that I'm using or the vegetables that I'm using, I might need more olive oil. In this case, we're not going to need a lot of olive oil because everybody came to the party doing very, very well. And everybody's cooking so nicely. And this dish comes together in no time at all. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add just a little bit more olive oil. So pretty much, in this case, I will be utilizing 1 entire 1/4 cup. And as you can see, I only started with a little bit. And now I'm adding it to the rest of it. Because now it's all coming together and doing its thing. So what we are doing is we're just waiting for the vegetables to cook, which is not going to take that long. It smells wonderful. So now what I'm going to do is I want to come in here and I'm going to taste. Because remember that I'm also going to be utilizing some really good, you know, cheese. You could use, in my case, is Romano cheese. I'm not using pecorino. This one is going to have Romano cheese. And I'm just going to come over here and taste. Oh, you should taste this. It is delicious. It really does not need any salt. And look at that, even Reggie is here. He is checking it out. It's like, okay, I like chorizo, this dog eats everything. And this is almost done. The meat is almost done. The vegetables are almost done. It's like, you know, we have this amazingness. And it comes together in a jiffy. All right, so while this is still cooking, I'm going to cover it. It only will take like a good 10 to 15 minutes. In the meantime, while this is happening over here, I have my Romano cheese. Remember, I still have my beautiful Farfalle. And then what I want to do is I want to come over here and I want to get a good bunch of basil. And this is my basil that I grow myself. And I'm going to keep the stems because what I like to do with the stems, I like to chop them up and freeze them. And if I ever need to make some type of a sauce and I don't have basil, which in my case, it would be horrible not to have basil, in Italian not to have basil. And what I want to do is I want to kind of chiffonade. See what I did is I take it and I roll it. And then we're just going to chiffonade. We're just going to chiffonade this beautiful basil. How much basil? Well, in my case, I'm going to be utilizing like a half a cup of basil. You can use less than a half a cup. I absolutely love basil. It just gives it that freshness, you know, that you want to get. You know, a lot of people put basil while it's cooking, and that is okay. But this particular dish, I am going to show you what we're going to do. We're going to use the basil towards the last. This one I'm just going to use to garnish, and then this right here I'm going to use to get everything else. So just go ahead and you know, separate the half a cup on each side. I have my wonderful farfalle. Get yourself a nice big bowl. You know, Italians, we always like to make big bowls, which is nice because if you have somebody comes over and they're hungry, you feed them. My friends always know when they come here, there's always food, and they'll tell you. So now it's made this beautiful sauce. Look at this beautiful sauce that it's made. Everybody looks really happy in here. Oh my goodness. And now if I were to taste my, those in asparagus, and try when you're using asparagus, is make sure that they're like the same size. So what I do with the bigger pieces is that I take those out, and then not that, you know, the end piece, like the bigger pieces that will take a longer. You can slice them, or you can cut them in half and put them in the dish, or you can freeze them for another day. So those are my tips. So now this is coming together. My meat is all cooked. You know, this really gives us such a beautiful, beautiful flavor. And I absolutely love it. My husband, he could not wait. He kept asking me, when are you making the Mediterranean farfalle? Because he loves this dish. And I'm just going to taste the meat. Oh, yes. When you get a good chorizo, everything comes so good together. Okay, now I'm going to shut this off. And I am going to add, before I shut it off, the bunch of wonderful sliced basil. I'm going to mix it up right now like so. And then I'm just going to bring this beautiful dish together. And look at this, guys. Look, can you see that? Look at that. Look at that. And I want to get every morsel in here. All this juiciness. And then what I want to do now is I want to get my wonderful mixing spoons here and mix it all together. Oh, mamma mia, che bellezza. Why did I say in Italian? Oh, mama, this is beautiful. It's so colorful. You got your vegetables, you got your farfalle pasta, that they look like little beautiful little butterflies, just all on the beautiful, wonderful flowers. And then now we come over here and we take the wonderful Romano cheese and we're just going to put it all over, like let it rain. I'm using a good half a cup to a quarter cup, however much you want. Just going to clean this up a little bit so I can present it to you in a much look nicer. And then I just want to come over here and I just want to put my wonderful basilico. Basilico in Italian means basil. This beautiful basil. And then what you guys, are you guys ready? Are you ready to see this beautiful Mediterranean farfalle? Look at this, beautiful. Look how beautiful that is. It is delicious. It is so tasty. I want to thank every one of my sponsors. Thank you so much for joining me. God bless every single one of you. God bless. Woohoo!